Let's spend 10 minutes, a quick 10, to talk about election 2024 because I know that it's easy to get distracted. And what we see happening in the streets today is that it's so many things that they're trying to throw in front of your face in order to prevent you from paying attention to the real issues, and that you should not be voting based off of identity politics. You should not be voting based off of party. You have to vote based off of policy. Policy. Not whether you like the person, not whether they black, not whether or not they're a Democrat or a Republican. The policies, both nationally and locally, the policies that mean the most to you. So I just want to bring you guys up to speed on where each presidential candidate is stomping at this current moment. Trump in particular is rallying in a deep blue state, I believe Jersey. I don't know, but they're expecting over 40,000 people to show up in a deep blue state. No way.
Former President Trump headed to New Jersey tomorrow for a major campaign rally in the Garden State. More than 40,000 supporters expected to turn out. That is in sharp contrast to just 100 people showing up for Biden's rally in Wisconsin on Wednesday. And taking a deeper dive into each candidate's past 6 events shows half of Biden's campaign stops were private fundraisers, while 5 of the last 6 events for Trump were public campaign stops. Joining me now are 3 New Jersey voters, William Atkins, Jeannie Isaacson, and Roy Perret. Thanks to all 3 of you for being here. William, I'll begin with you. What does it mean that Trump can get 40,000 people to attend a rally at the shore 2 weeks before Memorial Day, when we all know in Jersey nobody heads to the shore 2 weeks before Memorial Day?
Nobody heads to the shore 2 weeks before Memorial Day in Jersey? I thought that Jersey, everybody's supposed to head to the shore to party before Memorial Day. I don't know. I'm learning as I go. I want to go to the Borgata. I'm definitely trying to visit the Borgata, and I believe it's Atlantic City pretty soon.
Well, it means that there's momentum in New Jersey. It means that Trump is paying attention to the numbers. And I just like to give the NJGOP a shout out with this, because they're doing an amazing ground game at registering new party voters. And in New Jersey, over the past few months, we've had double the Republican registrations than Democrat registrations. And so for a blue state, it really puts an emphasis on what could happen in November. And I'd like to look at 2 polls from Washington, another blue state, that have Trump up by 1% and 5% in the November general election.
That's wild.
And so seeing numbers like those and seeing the party registrations in New Jersey and how many people are going to be standing in line to hear from President Trump on Saturday, there's no question why he'd be coming to New Jersey.
And we're going to delve into those numbers in a moment, but I want to stick with the focus on what Trump on the trail means. And when I go to you, Roy, my question is this New York trial really having any impact on what you, your neighbors, family, friends are saying about whether or not they're going to vote for Donald in 2024?
It's not having a negative impact. So if anything, it's going in the opposite, because they can't believe that this is happening to a civilized nation. What's happening with a trial is really what you would think would happen either in communism or a third world country. So this, I say, is definitely helping. When he has free time, of course, he has to stay local. He went to the bodegas in Harlem. He's doing things in New York, and 100% this will help him, I feel, in multiple states, and it's showing already. And New Jersey, I agree, will turn red this time around, as long as they could follow up on voter integrity, check out voter IDs. I feel New Jersey will be switching just like many other states out there.
What other states? What other states do you guys think is going to turn red? Or do you think that any states are going to turn red? I'm curious as to how many of my people. Let me see if I can do a poll real quick. Let's see. I think I'm going to try to do a poll real quick, because I'm curious who is voting and what are you voting? I'm going to throw a poll up in the chat real quick. All right, I just got that poll up. I'm going to check it in a few minutes. Let me continue this show.
Wow, that is quite a statement. And when you look at the numbers themselves that William alluded to, Jeannie, they are fascinating because the New Jersey GOP has more than double Democrats with registering new voters 2 months in a row now. Here's the actual breakdown of those numbers. Last month, Jersey Republicans registered over 3,000 new voters. Democrats only added 1,000. And in the month of March, New Jersey Republicans had about the same, while Democrats actually lost 300 voters.
I don't think that New York is
Jeannie,
ever going
do you
red.
think this is
Or
random
California.
new voters deciding, hey, I've never voted before and I'm going to join the GOP? Or is this the GOP establishment in New Jersey switching Democrat voters who are tired with the way things are going in the Garden State?
Oh, it's definitely a lot of switching going on. I know for sure. I know quite a few Democrats that have now definitely switched. They're not going to be voting for Biden, that's for sure. How could you? I mean, we have so many illegals coming through the border committing these crimes, and here we are with these scandal trials with Trump. I mean, when in history have you ever had a president go through the things that this man is going through? He does not need to put himself through these things. He has more than enough money and time to go live a happy life somewhere than to deal with the things that he's putting himself through for the American people. He's doing.
I think that Democrats probably overplayed their hand on this one. I do. I think that you basically just created a cocktail bomb that I'm not sure if you guys can win at this point. I just really don't. I think that the more that Democrats go after him, the more invigorated people become to make sure that he get in office, because they sick of business as usual, traditional politicians. And I think that they overplayed their hand when they started to go through the whole prosecution method instead of winning based off of their own merits and their own ability to be able to govern the United States of America, and what Biden's track record has been as far as helping people, or whether or not he's resonating with the people in the United States of America. When it started trying to take the focus away from that and they tried to make him public enemy number one, they just made him more popular than ever. They overplayed their hand and they made him more popular than ever. Absolutely. Meanwhile, Biden is drumming up support over in the Bay Area. Take a look.
Now 7:01, and President Biden is back in the Bay Area.
Yeah, he's going to be attending some fundraising events. He's expected to be met with some protesters. As we know, some are being planned.
Before we play that, let me see what the results are. 82% of y'all to 3%. 82% of people in this poll is voting for Trump. 3% is voting for Biden. 15% is saying that they not voting. I'm assuming that y'all illegal immigrants that's out here not voting. But yeah, 82% to 3 to 15. That's pretty telling. That's pretty telling, y'all.
On 4's Will Tran is live outside the Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco, where the president is staying. What's going on right now, Will?
Right now, it is quiet, but there is heavy security. He's been here several times. We do know last November, as well as a couple of months ago in February. But this time, guys, just from my own perspective, I see a lot more police presence as well as Secret Service, because they know that the protesters know that he is in town, and they plan to rally to get a message across to him. Yes, they've been doing it on college campuses, but now they can get as close as they possibly can without being pushed back by security or those barricades, to send a message to him, the pro-Palestine supporters, that they want a change in U.S. policy. Now, the president is presumably up at this time. I'm sure he's taking phone calls. After that, he will leave the Fairmont Hotel for a fundraiser at 11 o'clock this morning. He actually arrived in town yesterday, so let me show you video of that. He arrived at Moffett Field, went to San Francisco,
That thing looked like
where,
crazy.
of course, he was escorted, but along the way, some protesters and many supporters greeted him as he made
That
his way
looked
to
crazy.
the Fairmont. This visit here, it is not anything about national policy. It is strictly fundraising. 2 events. He will leave San Francisco a lot richer than he was arriving. Reportedly, the event at 11 o'clock this morning. should raise millions of dollars because reportedly just to attend could be anywhere between $200,000 and $250,000. He was actually here in San Francisco back in February for fundraisers as well. He will leave today, go to Seattle, and you guessed it, more fundraising. The president knows he needs every dollar because he is in for a battle with former President Donald Trump. And according to political experts, James and Daria, they say it will cost billions of dollars this time around for November, which is why he is here looking for more money. And in the meantime, if you are here in San Francisco, expect a lot of road closures. You can see all of the barricades behind me. Cable cars, the legendary cable cars on California, they are not being allowed to go through, of course, because it's been shut off. So if you want to hop on something, hop on a bus to go around this location, not cable cars. We're going to monitor the situation. We do know it's going to be a lot of rallying happening at the event at 11 o'clock, but you never know. Protesters, they could be right next to me anytime now, which is why.
Yo, a couple different things. Number one, billions with a B, billions being spent on trying to get one person elected, or billions between the two trying to get people elected. The amount of money, now I understand it's marketing, I understand, social media marketing, flying, all of this stuff. Billions? It's insane, bro. The amount of money that's going into these campaigns, I think, is just disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful to the election process. It just messes everything up. You don't really get a real result from it. So I don't know. Just keeping y'all informed and up to date on what's going on as far as election 2024.